Hello, everyone, and welcome to our TM7 Bespoke Showcase. This is a very special opportunity tonight that we have to show you up close and personal how fabulous and beautiful the TM7 is. So, hosted by the wonderful Sally and myself, I'm Megs. We'll be guiding you through answering any questions and just really showing off some of the fabulous features of the TM7. And we're really excited to be able to bring you this class, session, meeting, casual fireside chat, or imagine we're, at your house with a cocktail and we're just having a lovely casual conversation all about one of our favorite topics, which is the TM7. So you can see her in her beauty sitting on the bench there. And we've actually got a wonderful evening prepared. It's about 45 minutes we'll be together. And we're really here to support you and to showcase what the TM7 can do. So without any further ado, Sally, I might just hand over to you for a quick minute.
Okie dokie. Thank you for coming, everyone. I would love to know in the chat, one, where you're from, and also which Thermomix model do you currently have, if just one or maybe two. So I'm Sally. I'm right down on the far south coast, and I love what I do, and I'm here just to give you a little bit of a rundown of our new TM7. So whether or not you've been to a demo before or anything, basically the structure of the hardware has all changed. There's been a lot of design and thought gone into everything behind the TM7. So basically, it's no longer used with the capsule, as you know, with the locking arms. We've come from a lot of different models originally over the years, and at the moment what we've gone is the new black sleek model, which will be able to just lift off the bowl like so without having to have the locking arms come over the top. So a big difference in the feature. Pop in the chat too if you've got basically an appliance or a Thermomix that you're thinking at the moment of trading up, because the trade up is here till Monday. And so we like to kind of basically give you the differences or ask and answer any questions that you might have as well. So basically we've got my Thermomix is actually doing some cooking at the moment. I'll be showcasing the open cooking mode with you soon. Oh, I've got one. I've never owned a Thermomix. Okay, well, this is basically an appliance that does a lot of different functions, almost like a lot of appliances in your kitchen all in one. So with this, at the moment comes the design and the new accessories. We have basically a simmering basket, which is, again, slightly different to the other models as well, only a little bit with the sort of shape of this. And we've got a spatula here too, which functions sort of to do a lot of different basically ideas, whether it's holding some rice inside the bowl and using that to guide the rice and contents out after they've steamed. We've got this spatula, which also sort of works as well to use in different formats as well. You can even just go like so as well. We've also got the Varoma, which is a whole new level of cooking. So functional, all-in-one meals, energy saving. Basically, a lot can fit in here. It's 45% bigger than the previous Varomas. It's got a larger dish, which is actually a lot more user-friendly. And another tray where you can add on extra vegetables and lid. And that would basically, if you're cooking an all-in-one or using that sort of steam, for example, steamed pork buns, you'd have that on there, the water in the bottom, and that would be creating the steam and temperature to steam those buns as well. Now, so what else? Rather than the console, here, basically it's sort of a different shape as well. We work on the 10-inch screen, which you can see in the other image on the Zoom. The 10-inch screen is much more user-friendly, intuitive, interactive, and it's kind of like using as an iPad idea, with how you sort of, the size of it, 10 inches, and much easier to sort of use than the other models as well. And what have I left out about talking about the, oh, got the new lid cap on here. Basically, the big difference with the TM7, just to show you on here, is there is no longer the hole in the lid. But the reason for that is that we can easily now just take the lid off whilst cooking if it's under a certain speed and give it a stir. And it still allows in that space. We've got a little space for where you can drop in your egg yolks if you're emulsifying or making mayonnaise, that sort of thing. And we've also got an area where, yeah, there's like little teeny holes. So if you're dripping oil through into the lid, plenty of space for the ingredients there as well. So I'm just going to go to my step and just heat up to get the temperature up to get to 100 degrees, and then we're going to do a little bit of cooking to show you the difference of the TM7. Now on the TM7 compared to the other models, the 31 basically didn't have what we call modes, but the TM6 did have modes, so you could swipe across and find different modes, for example, rice cooker mode, or fermentation mode, or slow cooker mode. So we've got those same modes over on the TM7, but actually we've got some extra ones. And they include the steaming mode. So rather than having to set your temperature manually to 120 degrees or varoma and steam and set it that way, you can actually go straight to a mode, which I'll show you in a little bit too, to get to the steaming function as well. We've also got the open cooking mode, which is what I'm going to showcase as well in a moment when that temperature heats up. And the browning mode, that's a big one. Browning mode is awesome because in the previous model, the TM6, you would always have to use a splash guard and always be within a guided recipe. So you'd no longer need to do any of that. Basically now you can just go to browning mode and just do your thing, be creative with caramelizing or browning meats, and the temperature of that 160 definitely brings that up to a much higher temperature straight up very quickly. And it's, instead of using a fry pan, you'll get that flavor and caramelization on your meats, vegetables, and that sort of thing as well. And what have I missed, Megs, about the different?
Well, one thing that if someone's never had a Thermomix before, they wouldn't know that the scales are actually in the feet, and that it's an all-in-one is what we say. And there's a cool little video that's here as well. But it takes away a lot of the appliances that you have in the kitchen, because you can do them all in this one. So when Sally was talking about the modes, you can ferment yogurt. So you no longer need a yogurt maker. We can do desserts. So you can make ice cream. There's a really amazing recipe called Fruity Dream. The blending, so the Ninja, say bye-bye Ninja, because I can do that in my Thermomix. I don't know if there's such a thing, Sally, as a cocktail maker, but we definitely have everything we need right here to make cocktails. One thing that is super cool is our bowl, and it's unique from our previous models in that it's very easy now to disassemble. And all I have to do is move this lever, and then the blades come out. So then you can see straight through the bowl there, but it's even more exciting is that it comes apart. So I have, this is the bowl that I can wash, and then this is a extra insulation. It's great because my hot bowl can go here. So when Sally was talking before about browning or 160-degree temperatures, we're not going to run the risk of burning ourselves because we've got this beautiful case here. And then our blade just pops straight back in there. And then it's very easy to be able to lock the blade in place. One fun thing I love, Sally, is the green zone. Because the Thermomix has the scales in the feet, when you come to using a Thermomix, definitely one of the benefits for me is guided cooking. So before having a Thermomix, I was more of a meat and 3 veg, and anything more fancy than that, I would have to go that when I went out to dinner. The fact that I can find a recipe in Cookie we have over 100,000 recipes available, and it's guided cooking, and Sally's about to show us just how easy guided cooking is, means that if I can do as I'm told, follow along, it all works out, which is really quite amazing. So I was just thinking of those. Oh, Sally, actually, one of my favorite things, I'm just trying to see if I can show you, is that we have My Week. So when I go to My Week, I can actually see the recipes that I have planned. So making meat stock paste. But if I click on a recipe, I can even add it to, with these 3 little dots, I can add it to my shopping list. Upside down. Upside down, Miss Jane. Well, I can't do that right this second, obviously. My Thermomix isn't working in upside down mode. But one of the cool things is that you can actually plan your week. You can have a look at what my week had looked like previously. Where are we? So obviously that's not a very good example. But if I scroll back, you can see there's some dishes there, and you can actually send recipes to make a shopping list, and then you can tick things off the shopping list. And you can even ask someone else to pick up your groceries, which is one of my favorite things. Or even better, there's a integration where it can connect with Woolworths, and you can either do direct to boot, or you can have them deliver it to you as well. So definitely for me, that's one of my favorite features in regards to saving time. And also that question, I don't have to ask, what am I having for dinner tonight? Because I already know, because I already have a plan. I made potato gratin with the cutter this week. I just got the cutter, which was very exciting. And this was definitely something that I would only get in a fancy French restaurant. And the fact that I can make that by myself, yeah, is pretty amazing. Oh, yum. Beef stroganoff is a family favorite for me as well. So, and I have most of the things in my house now. So it's really just the extra things, like I know I have to get mushrooms, cream, and the beef, and then beef stroganoff is on the table in, I think, 20 minutes cook time in total.
Excellent. Well, I thought I would just get this cooking. So I have been, and what as we love, is the Cookie Do Weekly Planner. So it works from an app which you can have on your phone, and basically that gets all the recipes that you'd like to find, whether it's Australia or you can even search worldwide. So there's so many recipes to choose from, whether we're looking at, breakfast, lunches, snacks, drinks, cocktails, you name it, everything is there. So the beauty is that once you've got your weekly planner done, as Megs was saying, you can then have those ingredients which you can add to your shopping list, go to your pantry, tick off what you don't have, and that's all that you go into the supermarket with. So it really, really does help in the big picture of helping you save money on groceries as well. Okay, so I've just put together a Cambodian style fish curry. Now I'm switching the fish for chicken tonight. Guided cooking means you can actually switch out a recipe or switch an ingredient if you would like something else. So this is one I have previously made, recommended by another new consultant, and it's also in the manifesto, which is quick and easy dinners, which is kind of like was brought out with the TM7. So I've already done some steps, which I'll just show you what I've done already. So I've basically kind of chopped the garlic, onion, ginger, lemongrass, chili, and put that together with some coconut cream, some turmeric, and cooked that. And now we're at the stage where basically we are going to add the chicken. So I've got it to 100 degrees, which was that step as well. And so this is where it's got the amount of chicken, which I'm going to just pop in. So this cook time for the chicken is around 6 to 8 minutes. We'll be having a little check of the chicken. Obviously, the fish was the first ingredient, so just swapping with chicken might need a little bit of a tweak, but we'll see how we go. So my chicken has gone into my curry sauce, which I'm going to just show you. As you can see,
That looks so
beautiful
amazing.
curry sauce. And I'll just go to next. I've given it a little stir. And now we're going to basically cook without the lid. So this is that real next level with the TM7, you know, being able to taste, smell, stir, check what's happening and seeing what's going on. So this is going to be a 6 to 8. I'll have a little look. I might do a couple of extra minutes for the chicken, see how it looks. And then we're going to add some beautiful vegetables to the dish. Including, which we're going to talk about as well in a moment now, the Cutter Plus. So I'll just move this back over here so you can see me, not without my head chopped off.
Hey, Sally, can I quickly show people
Yes.
the recipe? And one of the cool things about the TM7 is the transfer.
Yes,
So
that's the
here is
magic bit.
the recipe on the phone. And if you look down here, it says share to TM7. So I'm literally going to press that button.
Oh, there you go. I saw it pop up.
I know, isn't that, it just blows my mind. Now we have this thing, it's just reducing a couple of steps. So from here, because I think that recipe is amazing, I can add it to a recipe list. I can add to my week, or I might cook today because I don't want to forget that recipe. We can even bookmark it if we just need to quickly have a look at our bookmarks a little later. But this is one of the fantastic things about having a connected kitchen is that you literally wake up in the morning and there's an update and you don't know what the next little feature is. And one of the features that we recently got was this ability to be able to transfer a recipe. So fun. And if I was with Sally right now, I could literally transfer a recipe to her. I could either text it to her or airdrop it to her, which is another fun feature when you want to share recipes. It's so easy to do. And it's so nice to talk to other people who have Thermomixes who are cooking incredible things, and you can share with them and you can also learn from them.
Yeah, it's a real community, isn't it? And I have noticed too that you could be with me in my kitchen and then you find a cocktail that we'd like to make together, but you bring up the margarita and then there it is on mine.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about the Cutter Plus? What do you reckon we should do a little bit of next, Megs?
Well, let's talk about the Cutter Plus because it's actually a host reward at the moment. So just for hosting a demo, that means you get in touch with your consultant, organize a time. You plus two people makes it an eligible event. And you could snag for yourself the very beautiful Cutter Plus. Whoa. I want to do like angelic angels singing. Whoa.
What does it do though, Megs? Has anyone
Well,
got a plus? Pop it in the chat. If you have, say a yes. If you haven't,
this is so cool because we have here our blade and there's a gray side. So this is the gray side and this is the slate side. So on the slate side, it's going to slice, and it depends which direction the Thermomix is turning. Well, I like it's shining now. It's very sparkly. So I can just do thick slices, so slices of cucumber, or if we go in the other direction, I can do wafer thin pieces of cucumber. Or what I did this week, that potato gratin, is that I made potato gratin with wafer thin potatoes, and it was amazing. Now that's if the slate side is up, but we can switcheroo, and if we put the gray side up here, you can see we have our grating. So if you're following along here, if I spin that way, we're going to have big grating, which is awesome because you can buy a block of cheese now, and you can either have big grating, or if we go in the opposite direction, we can have thin grating. So having the opportunity to, again, cut costs, buying one block of cheese, not 3 different packets of cheese, not having the caking agents in cheese, which are some of the not great things for us. So whenever we can reduce those things, it's very good. So it's actually stunning. And look, Sally, if I can be authentic, I didn't open it until Monday night, the cutter, because I was like, yeah, I got the 6 cutter. That's fun. But I had a team meeting, and I opened it up, and I discovered that there are some new little features of the Cutter Plus, which I didn't realize. One is that, so you put the blade in. Oh no, Sally.
Sorry, my husband's on the balcony and he's got hay fever.
Oh, no problems. I can't find the stalk, which is the most important part to make this.
Okay, well, I'll keep talking for a moment while you go and look for the shaft. So this really
shaft. That's the word.
I call it a spindle sometimes. Yeah, so the lovely guests on tonight, 2 haven't seen a Thermomix before or owned one. They might have seen one, and the other lady has a different model but not seen this accessory. So this really turns it into a food processor. So it's like the missing link of the Thermomix.
I found it.
Oh.
So this is different, which I thought was super cool, because when I put it in the bowl, and what I might do just to help everyone see, is it actually sits really nice and snug straight on, and it actually clicks. So I feel that's super secure and strong, because you imagine there's some hard work happening here, because that's going to spin. So it goes that way or that way. And then what's super cool is it actually goes straight in. Obviously, it's sitting in the bowl, but that means it's not going to dirty the bowl. So we can slice our vegetables or prepare things, and then our bowl's still ready to cook. So it just has a lovely sound. I don't know if you can hear it, but I was like, oh, wow, that's different. And yeah, it pops. It pops, Sally. And the other thing which I really liked was that I feel this goes nicely in the lid, and it just feels a little bit more snug.
It does.
And one thing that actually threw me, and it took me a little while to figure it out, was that this comes apart, because the other part to the Cutter Plus is the spiralizer. So this was separate in the previous model, but they're very clever, and they have now put it all in one. So this would help me guide my vegetables or my cheese through the funnel, spout, I don't know the words. But if I'm using the spiralizer, I can spiralize my potato, and I can connect it there and just go zhunk. That's the official word, everybody. Zhunk. Or if I'm making zoodles, because I'm, want to eat more vegetables. So having zoodles with my spaghetti bolognese is a really great idea. So that's what I discovered this week.
That's great. So it's so much fun. Also, just the satisfaction of pushing that kilo of potatoes done, sliced, 20 seconds maybe? It's very quick. So
yeah, super quick. So that's the cutter. So this is an important part and it's always important not to leave it in the bowl, because one thing that the Thermomix can do is mill sugar to icing sugar, whole spices to be able to use them in cooking. So we don't want to accidentally mill our stalk.
So I prepared earlier because the recipe for the Cambodian curry wanted some thinly sliced capsicum. Now, radish and capsicum, I've never, previous to the cutter accessory, enjoyed, but I've realized that when they're thinly sliced, there's a whole new level of food there. So this is how the cutter has cut in uniform these capsicum into these thin slices. So again, pizza toppings, all of that, it just seems to go such a long way, but really does take that next level to help. So these are going to go into my curry as soon as the next step is finished with the vegetables. So it's going to add the pop of colour as well. So we're just going to go and have a little look, see how it's going, because again, as this open cooking is, we can just see it now bubbling away. And I'm just going to give it a stir and then...
Oh, I love your technique there, Sally. Always in a clockwise direction.
Oh,
and
yes.
to the blunt side of the blade. This is our new spatula that comes with the TM7, and it's a longer blade than our previous model. So it's actually really great. You saw how Sally was able to sort of get right the way down there and give that a swirl. Did you just taste that?
I did, because I like to get those flavors going. And you know what?
Oh.
It's amazing, but it's hot, because I went to Woolies today with that little shopping list as we were talking about, and I had bought a chili, and then I've come home looking for the chili. Couldn't find it, but in my cupboard I've got some dried chilies. So I've used obviously a hot dried chili, and it's spicy. But that's the whole thing, you know. So basically it brings out that flavor. It really does. So I've done some extra cooking because I just wanted that chicken to cook through a little bit more than the fish would do. So I'm up to this step. So I've just set as current step, and now it's asking for the capsicum and the snow peas. So I've really just grabbed vegetables as I have them. So I'm just going to throw in this. Actually, no, let's start with the order of the vegetables. The red capsicum, 250. Now I'm just going to put all these in straight from the butter basket. I probably don't have enough vegetables, but that's okay. I've also, this recipe is quite a big serving portion. And of course, the other good thing with our Cookie Do and app is that we can change that portion size as well. So depending if you're a big household, a little household, or have guests coming over, you can definitely tweak, which is great. So here's my beautiful colours and vegetables now, and I'm just going to push these down so that they're going to cook as well. All right, so again, we're cooking without the lid, just to cook those vegetables through. So we'll have another little stir and taste test as well. Alrighty, what else next? Talked about the cutter. We've talked about the oh, of course, their host rewards. So until the 12th of January, those of you on here who haven't, this might be your first time, then, you know, one of the ways to see more is to organize a demo, which is a cooking experience where we come along with our Thermomix and our sort of ingredients. There's only a few ingredients you need to supply, but you know, we often do several recipes, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. And to thank you for being the host, we have basically the host reward. So what we've got on offer is at the moment is the Cutter Plus that Megs was showing. So that is the bundle. Now, if you've got the other machine and you're not trading up, but at the moment it's a great one to consider the trade up. You can get the Cutter Plus to fit your other model, the TM5 or the TM6. Or the other choice is the beautiful new designed, sleek, amazing thermo server. 2.7 litres, I believe. And is a great invention. First of all, it'll keep your food hot or cold. For example, if I pop that Cambodian curry in here now, and my son's arriving at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, if that curry's in here and you know we're hungry, we're not waiting, he can come and take that curry and serve it out of that piping hot later on. So that's a great one. And the other one, the new way is it's stackable, whereas our other designs used to just sort of get all kind of fumbly in the cupboard or the drawer. And now we've got this stackable design with a strap. So perfect to take away with you to, you know, when you take a plate. Is that what you do here in Australia? Take a plate?
We do. It's a funny expression, but yes, we take plates, but it does mean with something on it or in it.
Aussie potato salad, in it goes, and off you go. So yeah, it's a really good accessory. So that's our choice of host rewards at the moment. Yeah.
All ready for summer because we love to go to barbecues, have barbecues, invite people for barbecues. So having the cutter in your home, in your kitchen, really does help with salads, and there are lots of different things you can do. Make your own coleslaw. There's some fabulous recipes that use the cutter, and it just, for me personally, I find that I'm more likely to do something because it's pretty easy. Like Sally said, it took about 20 seconds to do a kilo of potatoes. Imagine slicing the potatoes. My knuckles have never been shinier because I haven't accidentally grated them off grating cheese or anything, because I can do all my grating now with my cutter.
Yeah, and it's so much safer as well.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So I've got a thermo server, so I've kept hot water in a thermo server and tipped that out. I'll just bring that over now and pop the curry in and put a bit of coriander on it and show how it all comes together. But yeah, we've sort of done a little bit of a round view of everything. On my bench as well, my friend, this was my first Thermomix. I got this TM31 12 years ago. Still workable, but they do wear out. And basically the panel now is sort of, the buttons are going. It's very manual. There's no Wi-Fi connection. We're really talking classic car, classic model. And we know our owners love them, but they're coming to that stage now that they are reluctantly giving them up because there's only a certain lifetime, but some have had them 15 years, so that's pretty good. So it's just been keeping me company there. Sometimes I'll take a little photo. I haven't traded up. I'm just keeping it on my mantelpiece like an old car. Anyway, I'll just go and grab that thermo server so we can pop the curry in and show you with the final effects as well.
Oh, while you're doing that, Sally, I'm going to show people one of my favorite modes, as you're talking about the modes before, is pre-clean.
Yes,
so
we need to do the mode. Yes.
So here is the front screen. If I come back home here, because I dropped that message, there's different ways you can set up your screen. So I've got planned recipes and some tools. You can have all inspiration or you can have all tools. It depends on, it's totally able to be determined by you and your preference. And then we can search. So this is access to Cookie Do. As I said before, over 100,000 recipes. Oh, look at that large spicy minced chicken. Sorry, everyone, I just got distracted. That's one of my favorite recipes. If my friend Sister Suze is watching, I'm going to make this and we should make it together. Do a cook along. That's super fun. Here is some recently cooked recipes. So you can see here some recipes that I have cooked. You can see that I made margaritas and they were delicious. Chimichurri was something I thought you could only get at a gourmet food store. Turns out I can make that myself.
And you
And
weren't what were you, Megs, before the Thermomix? You keep saying you've only
oh,
been able to
oh,
make good food now.
yeah, I was terrible. And I guess the access to that wasn't just having a Thermomix, but someone invited me to actually come on board and be a consultant. And I thought to myself, well, I'm going to have to learn how to use this thing anyway. So, given that I've got a training background, I thought there's probably some training involved and I might learn a little bit about how to use this thing. And chances are you can make your own fudge, everyone. Just saying, Chloe's caramel fudge is fantastic. But more than that, you can even make your own sweetened condensed milk to go in the fudge. So that it's just incredible. Again, I thought that sweetened condensed milk, it just came in a can. I didn't ever realize you could make your own. So I thought if I'm sharing with people about the Thermomix and I'm learning about the Thermomix, I may as well become a consultant. And that was 4 years ago. And that was the last time I chopped an onion because beforehand I just tried as much as I could not to chop onions because I was so bad at it. I never got comfortable with my technique. It just made me very nervous. But now, bang in 3 seconds, chopped onion. Sorry, I was showing you pre-clean. I got distracted. Pre-clean is super cool because I like to have the cook time, like you've seen Sally. We're cooking so she can do something else or show us something else. You have that time. So I like to tidy, clean up as I go, put things away. And then when I put my food in my thermoserver, I can actually whack on a pre-clean, have my dinner, come back, and I just have to finish tidying up and it's almost all done. And there's 5 different options. So you can do a quick one, universal, which I use a lot. If you're making dough, using the dough one, it actually agitates and spins while the water's cold before it warms up, so to get the dough off the blade. Browning, you've heard Sally say before, we have high heat, so just like a fry pan, you might have a little bit of brown in the fry pan. So I find doing that pre-clean super helpful, and then I just take the blades out, give it a quick scrub, and we're good as gold. And then I actually used the fat and caramel one for the first time recently when I made crunchy caramel popcorn, and it cleaned the bowl and it blew my mind. So that is one of my favorite modes. My husband loves the egg boiler mode, which if you like boiled eggs, they're a really great snack. You put them in your potato salad. You can actually choose how you want them to come out, and you follow the little instructions here, which says to put 2 to 6 eggs in around the blades, add the water, and choose which one you want. Like, it is just so simple. And we do this, and then we have boiled eggs. We got a bit mixed up this week, and I went to crack an egg on my dog's food, and I cracked it, and it didn't kind of crack. And I was like, wow, this is really tough to open this egg. Like the under the shell, there's that layer. And then I realized that actually we'd mixed up, and one of the boiled eggs had made it into the egg. We've got an egg thing that you take. Yeah, yeah. So one of our boiled eggs had made its way into the rotation. So it was a bit funny when we figured that out. So there, these are the modes. So you can see here we have the slicing, the grating, and the spiralizing, which go with the cutter. But the other thing you can do is you can quickly just grab your timer, your scales, and your pre-clean. So literally, if I wanted to weigh something right now, I just go grab my scales, and then it's already teared it down. And then I can put something in there. I'm not going to cook this, but oh, one of the cool things we forgot to say was 1 gram increments in the
That's right. Those
TM7.
scales, especially for bakers, the 1 gram are precise and they amazing. So very different to the TM5 and the TM31.
And the green zone, I don't know if we've showed anyone the green
Oh
zone
yes, the
tonight.
green zone. Yes, that
Do you
is.
have a chance in your recipe? Will you be
Pardon?
green zoning anything else on your recipe? Or have you, everything's in
So
already?
no, I won't. No.
Oh, well, you're just going to have to invite us over and we can show you the green zone. But it's a wonderful feeling to get a little endorphin hit. So with the TM6, definitely getting it bang on was like, I am great and a good little hit. But the green zone, it's a 10% variance. So it actually will turn green and then it will tick itself off. So it's like another level. It's like the end zone on a big game of gridiron. Like you have this whole zone that you get to go, yes, I'm awesome. So yeah, the green zone is a fun little, and you know, if you had a tough day at work or there's lots happening, you come home and you kill it in the kitchen, you're like, yes, I'm awesome. So it's a good little feeling. I didn't know that.
So I'm just going to pop my curry into the thermo server. The recipe also for the first stage had the steaming rice as well. So the rice was done obviously just before we jumped on to the webinar tonight. So I'm just going to grab hold of the curry and pop this in, and then I'll just show you the finished effects of the last part of the cooking process.
That looks so delicious.
I'm just going to garnish it with some coriander. I'll bring over the computer or screen to show you. I'll just do a little taste test again, make sure it's all good. It is delicious. Spicy,
Oh my
but
goodness.
delicious. Again, you
Wow.
can do extra coconut cream or extra yogurt or something on top as well.
Wow.
Go. So it is definitely a beautiful recipe. It's made especially for the TM7 because of the open cooking mode.
Yep.
It definitely has a lot of flavors, and I just think the recipe development team that create all these recipes and books and collections for us, because they're always updating. There's too many to actually do, because before you know it, there's another one that comes out, like that outdoor, and is it outdoor entertaining or outdoor, like camping one, and always new recipes to try. So you're never always inspired. So that has come out just recently in the new manifesto. So that's going to sit there till we're ready to eat dinner and go from there. So
Beautiful.
how should we wrap up? Because we've got, almost on our 45-minute.
Yeah, we do. We do. So on behalf of our Pinnacle branch, we'd like to say thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for the opportunity for Sally and I to be able to share with you some of the new features and the fang-dangled things that come with our TM7 to make our time in our kitchen enjoyable. And if you did have any questions, please pop them in the chat. And your consultants would love to hear from you. If you don't have a consultant, let us know and we can connect you with a consultant local to your area. And yeah, the actual super exciting news is that you can order and receive your TM7 on your kitchen counter before Christmas. So we are very excited to let people know that. And as Sally mentioned as well, we have an incredible opportunity at the moment for a trade up. So even if you don't have a Thermomix, I know that you told us that, Leonie, you might know someone who does, and they can actually take advantage of the offer if they would like to trade up their current model for the brand new sleek 10-inch screen TM7. And you can actually get a referral code and you could get yourself a $100 gift voucher in the mix shop. So yeah, share the Thermomix love. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you, Sally, for cooking up such a beautiful dish.
I wish you were all here to eat with us. There's a lot of food in there. But yeah, thank you very much. It was lovely to meet everyone and cook with you and show you our TM7. So we look forward to your next step with us for sure.
Yeah, come along to, we've got cooking classes once a month and we've got some in-person classes. So make sure you check out our website to find our in-person classes and connect to our Facebook page as well. And we can ensure, or reach out to your consultant. They'd love to hear from you too.
Thanks very much, ladies.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Leonie.
It was very
And
informative, and yes, I'm looking forward to getting one of these. I think it looks like it can do everything for me.
yeah. What type of food do you like to cook?
Do you want to stop the recording, Megs, and then we can have a little...
I will. Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
I like cooking anything and everything. So yeah, and I am interested in, replacing a lot of appliances with one. Yeah, so
Fabulous. Well, that was a great way to come and have a little look and see a perspective of what we shared tonight.
yeah.
All right, thank